Each Solar Northeast solar power system comes standard with the wireless monitor. This is an important part of your solar power system, and this video will show you how to make the most of it, and hopefully explain some of the data that it can provide. This is the Sunny Beam. It's a wireless monitor that allows you to view the output of your solar power system. Currently this one is showing that the system is generating about 2.7 kilowatts on a sunny day in March, at just after midday. The system that we're monitoring today is a 3.36 kilowatt system, and we can see that as of about midday, it has produced almost 9 kilowatt hours of electricity. We can also see in the bottom right-hand corner of the display, the total amount of electricity the system has produced since it was installed. Over 5,300 kilowatt hours of electricity, an average of about 12.5 kilowatt hours per day since the system was installed. By turning the knob on the right-hand side of the monitor, we can scroll through the various screens of data to see how the system is performing. The next screen shows how much power was produced the day before. In this case it was a virtually cloudless sunny day with only a minor reduction in power output at about 10:30 in the morning. The monitor shows the total electricity produced the day before in the bottom left-hand corner of the display. Almost 20 kilowatt hours. In this case, the household consumed only about 9 kilowatt hours of electricity, so there was substantial export to the electricity grid. The next screen shows historical power consumption for the past month. Here you can see the variation of output for each day depending on the temperature, amount of cloud and duration of sunshine, amongst other factors. In this case the month was dominated by some unseasonably mild days with high outputs above 18 kilowatt hours. There are also some much lower outputs which reflect a run of very wet weather. Outputs during these times were around 3 to 6 kilowatt hours per day. By turning the knob another click, we get the monthly view of electricity production. Data for this system is available only for February and March. Typically the graph will look like a trough, with the low point in July and higher outputs in December and January when there is typically less rain and more sunlight. Turning the knob a further click reveals the yearly comparison. The unit on the graph this time is in kilowatt hours per kilowatt peak. This measure is designed so that we can compare the efficiencies of various sized systems. An efficient system located in Northeast Victoria would typically be running at approximately 1,500 to 1,600 kilowatt hours per kilowatt peak. There are many factors that will affect this value. For example, shading, a prevailing fog, average daytime temperatures, orientation and tilt of the panels, and other factors. In order to ensure that this measure is correctly calculating the efficiency of your system, we need to tell the monitor what size system you have installed. To do this, press the knob inwards, rather than turning it. This will reveal the settings screen. To access this parameter, scroll down to Settings and press the knob. Scroll down again to PV Plant and press the knob again. Now scroll down to Plant Power at the bottom and press the knob again to select it. This will allow you to enter the system size in kilowatts. Press the knob to advance to the next digit and turn the knob to cycle through each number from 0 to 9. Select the appropriate number by pushing the knob. Once you have entered the power of your system, scroll back out of the settings menu by turning the knob until the icon of the house is highlighted at the top right-hand corner of the display. Press the knob to exit to the main menu where you can then select Complete PV System to get back to the graphical display. If you do not know what size system you have, you can count the number of panels on your roof and multiply by 0.19 to get your system size in kilowatts. The next screen on the monitor is the revenue screen that is designed to show the amount of credit that your system has generated over the time that it has been installed, plus the credit generated for the current day. Unfortunately, this measure is designed to work with a gross feed-in tariff such as those in New South Wales and the ACT. A gross feed-in tariff pays the system owner a tariff for every unit of electricity generated. In Victoria, We have a net feed-in tariff that only pays a tariff for electricity exported to the grid. This means that the amount of power exported and therefore redeemable as a credit will depend on usage within the household. For this reason, this screen on the monitor will be overstating the credit attributable to your solar power system. For more information on the Victorian feed-in tariffs and how your system exports to the grid, see our other videos and FAQs on our website.